Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Eternal 7 stream. So, back today, we're gonna, once again, very late. We're gonna continue our low-level playthrough. I was playing around with my video clips that I've been recording, and YouTube pushes these out. When I finish streaming, they basically become bots. And I'm noticing that the audio quality is not very good. My voice is coming in very low. So yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have to dig out the old mic, and I have a mic somewhere, but I haven't been able to find it. I looked for it. By the way, I did come up with a better name for this character. So we'll take care of that at some point as well. I like my characters to have names that have meanings. So obviously, he was initially intended to be a lamenter, so Requiem, Lament, it's all about sadness and stuff.
My apprentice, I have a
Okay.
The form you see before you, my body lies elsewhere. But my body is imprisoned. Can you make the... I have some...
Okay, actually that is good.
My body imprisoned. Can you make the... I have something.
Yeah, so we wanna move forward with her quest. So let's go take care of that first, real quick. And we're gonna go to the Selia hideaway, and we'll take care of that dungeon as well here on the stream. And then I'll probably end up doing a little bit of PvPing. I'm not really in the mood to do a lot of playing tonight. But yeah, we'll continue messing around with the build. I think yesterday during the stream I was discussing how we can set up the dragon build to work at level 9. That is relying on using a combination of talismans and a helmet.
My apprentice, there is something. My prime star has someone with myself.
Love to see that. By the way, earlier when I was going through Divine Lucaria playthrough, in the playthrough, I was wondering about who some of these people are, and subsequently, I do think it was revealed who they are. And I don't know why it hadn't occurred to me before. There we go, these dudes. Can you guess who these people are? Well, it's actually pretty obvious. We have Renala. These are Azure and Sat, I believe. And that would be Sellen. So this gives us an idea of what Sellen used to look like under that mask. Anyways, just wanted to point that out. I was not smart enough to figure that out on my own, but I saw some other streamer point that out, and makes sense. Makes perfect sense. So we're gonna go to the Selia hideaway next. We got Sellen's Flintstone. I think after we kill Morgoth, or maybe after, I don't know what the event is, but Jaren goes and shanks her. talisman load up. Do we have heal? We don't have heal on this character. We'll have to get that for the upcoming cave. Because one of those revenants is down there, and I don't want to fight that thing. Not the natural way. Oh yeah, let's kill these dudes. Oh, I did not fucking move. And we lost a mark. I screwed up that first backstab, so that's what we get for that. I have a really hard time dodging that spell, by the way. Some people can do it reliably, but I am not one of them. Oh. Let's try it again. Hopefully it goes better this time. Killing this guy is actually not a bad idea, even though he's really strong. You know. You can parry them. Not that move, I don't think. Okay, we did it. Holy shit. I usually seem to take residual damage. I guess if you jump in a way that it puts you away from the spell, because it seems like the actual AoE of the spell is much larger than you would think based on the visuals seen on the screen. So yeah, alright, we are here. Alright, let's put on heal on our load up. Oh, we got plenty of spells. Oh, plenty of spell slots. Alright, I think that's the only thing we need. So the guys in this dungeon, you know, they're generally weak against strike, or, you know, fire will work also, I think. But yeah, let's see how it goes. We don't really have to clear out the dungeon. We could just go and get to the bottom, and the boss here is the triple crystallians, like the ones that rot you. So they could be a challenge, but if we summon our skeletons, I think it'll go pretty well. The trick there is to just really try to stance break them at least once and knock them down quickly. Let's see how this does. Okay, that does one shot. Okay, that's good. Okay, so I was talking about that mage on the front as well. This is a good farming location for that guy. Killing him results in a chance of him dropping his hammer. And that thing is legitimately one of the best weapons in the game. The stone club. For PvP purposes, but also for PvE. It does bonkers damage on strength. Also really good bleeding cold infused, depending on your build. So this dungeon has a few secret areas here. Where did you come from? Down there is the revenant that we got the heal spell for. Okay, so this guy's awake now. Unfortunately, he's put us in a really bad situation here. Alright, we got it. Let's go kill those guys. insane. But this dungeon also has a couple of tricky hidden areas that are not very obvious. Is that one-shot him? Oh no, that did not one-shot him. Oh, I'm dead. Oh no, I am dead. Getting hit by that spell absolutely wrecked us. By the bolts. Alright, let's try it again. Plenty of rune arcs. Now that we've been PvPing more, I'm not so worried about rune arcs anymore. But we could run out of them real quick if we keep playing like idiots. Why was that guy so strong? Like these guys die real easily. But that dude over there did not get the memo. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, so that does not do very much damage compared to the lightning dagger. So that's part of the issue there. Maybe having like magic fortification here would be a good call. Let's see if this will one-shot him. No, it did not one-shot him. But thankfully, like this guy, okay, we're not doing that time. Okay, that one better. But yeah, as you can see, it's very easy to fucking die in this game. Helps if you love your HP, you know. Makes you quite a bit more apt to survive, you know, situations like this. Where two people start flinging spells at you. Alright, so this is what we're here for. You don't really have to do the touch. Oh my god. Where did that nail come from? This nail. I'm gonna heal. Fuck those guys. Matter of fact, we should probably be wearing our other ring anyways. At least take some damage off that first hit. But yeah, if you level your HP in this game, it's amazing. How long it can go towards making you more capable of surviving. But we are still at level 7, unfortunately, so no leveling for us. Alright, so here we're going to use our heal to get rid of that Revenant. It's kind of a cheat strat, but hey, you don't want to be fighting these guys. Ooh. Easy Revenant. Ashes of War, so we can do something else again if we need to. Alright, so like I said, this dungeon also has a couple hidden areas. I mean, obviously when you start at the beginning, the whole thing is hidden. Then there's a couple straightforward gates. But there's one particular area that's not very obvious, which is hidden. Actually, really two of them. So let's go there now. Alright, so if you come up here, just kind of follow the dungeon up into this area. I don't know if that's it. No, that's not it. Keep going. Oh, there's an enemy here. Okay, this is it. Presuming bolus is now, so it's nice it gives you 3 of them. But yeah, so that's one of the hidden weapons. It's a crystal spear. Not a very good weapon. So yeah, so that was one of the hidden areas that I was mentioning. The other one might be up there on it. One of these crystals. Let's see if we can figure it out. Because yeah, if you go down here, you go pretty much straight into the boss. But there is still one more secret area. I'm trying to remember where it is. It's not very obvious right now. Is it this one? Yeah, maybe here. Yep, this is where we want to go. So yeah, I don't think there's anything important here, but there are a couple enemies. And if you play through the dungeon, you'll hear them, and maybe even have a hint of where they are. Okay, it didn't really go according to plan, but oops, it helps if you two-hand your weapon that you don't have the stats for. Alright, took care of those guys. Where is that sound coming from? Sounds like one of those snails again. Alright, so crystalline ashes. They are actually fairly decent. Again, because they don't stagger and they can jump around like idiots. Yeah, so this guy you can see from below when you pass through here. And so that's our queue of recovering all of our HP. There are a couple of other items here, but nothing important. I think we got everything. We pretty much cleared out the entire dungeon except the boss. Now the boss itself, I think it's obviously possible to die pretty easily here in this situation. I am fairly confident that we can beat it, but As always, it's easy to screw it up, especially on the first try. Alright. So, I'm going to cast another regen here. And I don't have the stamina shield. These guys will absolutely rot us. So we need to be ready with this. Let's drink the potion. We have golden bow. We can use this thing here. Buff ourselves up a little bit. Having one of these large weapons is hugely beneficial here. And I guess let's pop one of these as well. Let's go in. So just really pick one. So the mage is a particular danger here. Once the guy stands broken, shit. You can let the skeletons deal with him, because they basically start staggering constantly. I don't know what they're weak to. I don't think that counts. That counts though. So one of our skeletons is dead. So just try to focus on one of the other guys, opposed opposite to what the skeleton is doing. Let's see how much it does. 25. I don't know, it's better with the dagger. Alright, I think they're all... I think we got this. Unless something really wild happens here. Yay! Crystal Torrent. Not something we care for, but hey, we did it. So this dungeon's cleared out. Let's go back to Sellen. I need to me check if I have Golden Vow, actually. It's a spell. Whoa. She is gone. I guess it's because we took the crystal. Let's check. Do we have Golden Vow? We do. Okay, good. We can actually use it. It's very good. It requires a lot of FP, so I don't really recommend it. But it is very good spell. Okay. Is there anything else we want to tackle right now before we go and just play a little bit of PvP here? I kind of have a feeling like we got almost most of the stuff that we wanted. Let me check the loadout here. So we're gonna be at 26. No, we're at 21, but 26 with a Rune arc. But really normally just 21 phase. Yeah, until we get America's Source Seal, that's it. Later on, we'll be able to do that stuff, though. So let's look carefully here, especially the lightning stuff. Yeah, 24, 28. No. Yeah, the lightning spells do have really high requirements. For fire giant spells, 16, 9, 13. I think these are all fire. Doesn't say that. No fire monks. These are not fire giants. This one definitely gets boosted by the fire giant. So the giant's fine. Okay. And the problem with the black flame one, like this is actually very good. We can use it, but we can't use the seal. We don't have enough faith for it right now. We will later. So when we want to mess around with these spells, we can get up to 38 or 39 faith with the physic. So we could generally use almost everything. Okay. Alright, so Sellen disappears, but we've done the critical part of the quest. I should go to her cave and see what's going on over there. I like normally it tells you that her crystal shudders, indicating that her body was killed. We didn't get that warning. And I really hate how the game doesn't really explain to you what she did. Why was she punished? Exactly. I mean, obviously...
Thank you, my apprentice. This.
Alright. You know, we've done a pretty good job here. Okay, so there's a dungeon here we need to clear out as well. The Regalia of Arcade is there. The Wakazashi. So some pretty good stuff in there. But it's not urgent to do that one. You could go back to it at any time. We need to make our way into this tower. Go to the bottom. Again, not urgent, but those are the things that we haven't done. Just trying to figure out what I want to do next. You know, with Ronnie, we can go and pick up her blade, but actually we need to talk to Celis. Actually, I think he gave us the assignment to go and get the Amber Starlight shards, if I remember correctly. If not, let's do that now. because he does give us what do you call it? A talisman, the magic scorpion charm, as part of the quest. And then he'll die. When Ronnie goes off after you give her the Finger Slayer blade, he will die. Now whether or not he actually really dies, or if he was even alive, is up for debate. But you will no longer be able to interact with him and get that quest moving.
Begging for another letter.
Alright, so let's see. About
Perhaps you'll be interested in a letter it will produce, which I aspire to apply to fool even Lady Rani. Just like then, I'd like you to procure a rather unique starlight with that, my son, and even procure it the rather unique with that, my son, and even a demigod would be slaved.
Okay. Alright, so let's take care of that. So you do that by here. By the way, we need to open up Perfumer Grotto. So that is something that we should do. That Perfumer Grotto dungeon might actually be where we're... No. Have I been there? No, it doesn't look like I have been there. There's something in there that we might need, for sure. I thought there was at least one perfume bottle there. Maybe I was looking at the ritual pot that we can't get to. Okay, so we'll go and open that dungeon up. I'm not going to do it for today. But we'll get the grace. So by the way, these dudes right here, you can farm them. They will drop, I think, these things, if I'm not mistaken, Sacramento buds. It's a rare drop. But if you have like the item drop ring equipped, chances are pretty good. Usually we'll get like one every couple runs. So I hate that, you know, From Software didn't give us a Rune Arc shop or some type of an honest merchant in New Game Plus that would sell you everything. Okay. We did get what we wanted here. This area, I don't really try to figure out if there's anything hidden here. Well, there's that. Useful. Arteria leaves are super hard to farm on a level character. Because you gotta go to mountaintops of the giants and try to kill those trolls. They have a pretty good chance of dropping them, so it's like
begging for another
1 in 5.
Well, what a blessing. Goodness, to think, yes, I should. Yeah, please.
Alright, that's the thing we want.
The scheme,
Okay. We don't really need the potion from him, because all it does is you could give it to Ronnie and piss her off and abort her quest until you use a Celestial View. I want to come over here. I'm going to buy some more cookeries. I don't know what else we need. Maybe some knives from Patches. knives. Those are always good. Really useful in PvP, especially at low levels, because they do good damage. So we are full on these.
Very well.
Let's go talk to Patches. There are still parts here in Volcano Manor that we haven't done. Yeah, we need to proceed past the place where we fought the noble, the Godskin noble.
If you follow, it cannot. Did you see her, the girl? Well, then perhaps it is not but as her adopt please. Her true visage belies the pure honestly. Please, her true
This place is fucked up.
Hello again.
Oh, well. There we go.
Cheers for that.
That's one way to spend all your money. So yeah, that's eventually gonna lead up to like this gate here. Being open. So we still have quite a lot to do in Volcano Manor. Probably need to make a few runs and collect some of these, because we are using volcano pots quite a bit. So we'll have to farm that at some point. Luckily, those are easier to farm. Alright, let's do a couple of invasions. We're only about 40 minutes into the stream, but like I said, I want to keep it short tonight. I want to get some sleep. Alright, we gotta kill that thing up top too. I don't know what's the best thing to use for it. Is maybe dung. You kind of want to go in with a combination of poison, rot, and bleed, which we now have at our disposal. It's better if you have the rotten battle hammer versus the Anspert. Because the battle hammer just inflicts more rot per hit and also staggers it. Now the Anspert you can hit more frequently with, so you can technically build up the rot probably faster. But I'm biased towards the Rotten Battle Hammer. I think the Rotten Battle Hammer is the ultimate game-breaking weapon. Since again, the stats aren't that hard to obtain, you can certainly two-hand it, even at like level 1, I think. All you need is the Radagonosaurus Seal and the Star Scourge Medallion or Talisman. And off you go. You can two-hand the Rotten Battle Hammer. And I'll get you through the game. Like I said, that Poison Mist plus Bleed Infusion on a Rotten Battle Hammer is just busted. Oh, cool. I really, I always find it surprising that I can invade people here. But then again, we're level 7, so we can invade up to level 28, I think. So 28 is a pretty reasonable level for Stormveil, I think. So I guess it's not that unusual to get invasions of Stormveil even at these low levels. But I still find it surprising, because we haven't upgraded our weapons. Like, I remember when I first played through the game, I definitely got lost in the Weeping Peninsula And even in Caleb, before I started to tackle the... Yeah, I'm not really in the mood here. Let's see what we're gonna get from these assholes. Shrek, are they dropping items? Okay. I don't know if I think that. I don't know what they were doing here. I think they were dropping items to each other, and we missed our opportunity to snag something. I love it when they do that at the church. It happens a lot more if you're level 1. I think I'm really tempted, like after doing this playthrough right now without weapon upgrades. I think it's very similar to doing a weapon up one RL1 run. Because I mean, let's see, our HP is the same. So this character has more mind and more faith, but strength, and it only has 1 extra strength point, which is not going to buy you all that much. So maybe doing an RL1 build would be kind of fun. Just so we can invade everybody as starters. Because right now we can't. I mean, we're definitely missing direction. I think there's another class that ranks at a lower level than the Prophet. At least one more. And you can't invade down. I mean, I think maybe we can invade down to like level 6 at most. Because like level 7 is basically divided by 10, rounds up to 1 level, so maybe you can invade level 6. It definitely seems slow tonight though. We're getting pretty frequent invasions last night. I think it's also a fact of matter of, you know, a lot of people try to help out their friends start the game, so it's very common to get these low-level invasions, and that's also why you get these high-level phantoms a lot at this bracket. Because again, like, they bring in their, you know, maxed out characters. Are these guys above us? I think they are. Alright, let's see how many runes we get for that. Is there anybody else here? Oh, 7,000. Not bad. Dude, here. I have someone I want to introduce you to. Is he two handing a straight sword? I think that's a straight sword.
Hey!
Let's see if we can communicate with him. Come on, buddy. Come up here.
Hey!
You're gonna get killed by that dude over there. I tried to communicate with you and establish a line of dialogue. Maybe we could have negotiated peace. But no. So there's our first overload. I think the guy in the previous invasion, where we just killed the host, might have been even higher level because he was using night sorceries. But it's really hard to tell until you actually see the rune count. So that guy right there was probably at level 130-ish, 140-ish, as I'm guessing. 7,000 runes sounds about right for that. Which, in the context of over-level phantoms, is not that high, but it's still over-level. Oh, I was saying the perfume of ground over there. We should unlock it. I can go do that. By the way, we need to kill those archery sentinels over there too. The twins. I don't feel like doing that right now, but I'm gonna put a marker here that we need to get to. So, I mean, we have sentinels, Perfumer Grotto is right down there, and then we got this crater that has a falling star beast, which is much easier than the one up here. This one is one of the harder ones, unless you get into the DLC perhaps. I think this might be the only fully grown one that we see here in the base game. I think the DLC has a harder one. We should take a look at our talismans. Yeah, we can go and kill Sewer Mog and get the +1 version of this. Again, we're not using it. But for slightly upgraded characters, if we take this up to like level 40, we definitely want to take out the Sword Seal. Okay, so there is this one. Alright, so we got all the Scorpion Charms. They're not really good for PvP. I'm gonna put these on the build. That weapon that we picked up, we dump it off. So like I was saying, the Crystal Spear is not very good. If you look at the weapon, it has it's basically a dex weapon, but it has a steep int requirement, and it does mostly physical damage. It has an unchangeable impaling thrust on it, so you can't really optimize it or improve it in any way. There's a rotten version of this, which is pretty good, you know, because you can apply rot, obviously, including there's a rotten version of the Crystal Sword. I want to say the Crystal Sword might actually be strength leaning versus the Spear being dex leaning, but it's a weapon that doesn't really have a good identity, which is common in Elden Ring. A lot of weapons here in this game are just screwed up. There's typically one or two weapons that just dominate every single weapon class. Like I was mentioning the Stone Glove earlier that you can get from killing that mage. Like that weapon is frighteningly good on a pure strength build, heavy infused. I mean, it hits like a freaking truck. It has great sword damage, but hits like twice as fast, basically. Um, and a lot of people don't really know how to fight it. It also has hyper armor. If you put barbaric roar on it, you can absolutely shit on people, and that's especially effective because of the multi-hit stuff and status effects. Like if you put like frost or bleed on it, it's just absolutely bonkers. Triton. I don't know where we are. Oh, is this so? This is the castle here. So we're in Weeping Peninsula. The archer's still out here. I think they're in the castle. Now the question is, are they? Are they up the shaft, or are they over here in the room? I think they're up. This is not looking good, guys, but V. I did not copy the host's name. But the enemies are here. Oh boy, look at that. That is cute as hell. Let's see. These guys seen us. They have not seen us yet. Let's see. Can we catch them going up the ladder? Oh, this is gonna be crazy. Okay, that is disgusting. Okay, I fucked up. I can't frickin' potion. I am so fucking cooked here. Excellent. That went about as well as it could have. Oh, there's another 20,000. So what's funny is the host just ran on. So that guy was probably level 200-ish. And this is why we invade at low levels, because stuff like that happens. So I screwed up my spellcast there, by the way. Oh, that idiot is gonna get himself killed down there. Is that him? Yep, that's him. Oh, it is Triton. Let's see if Triton can survive this. Oh, look at him. He's fat rolling. And he's been gifted some good weapons here. What are you doing, Triton? to a chick named Triton. Successful invasion, guys. Yeah, but that guy was bleeding me basically almost instantly. I don't know if you saw that. And because I think the connection was pretty shitty to him, to the Phantom at least, I couldn't even react on his attack. I think the hit was coming in before I could see the animation. So we were kind of screwed up there if he hadn't been an idiot and marched right into the midst of the enemies. I don't think I could have beaten him. Maybe on my hero I could have taken him. But here would have been hard. So next time I should try the Flame of Frenzy on a downed opponent like that. So what I was trying to do there is to this, like fully charge to this, but for some reason my catch flame didn't come out. And I don't know why. I was perfectly set up for it, like something went wrong. And then the guy just got up and started wailing on me with his blade sword lance. Oh, looks like another overload cut. I don't know if they saw me. Why are they dropping items to each other? It might be, guys. We might be able to catch something here. Oh, that's so unfortunate because alright, tree sentinel armor. I don't know what kind of katana that is. Is that a moon veil? It's not looking good for us, guys. Yeah, it's a moon veil. Let's see. I haven't seen me yet. That does not do very much damage. We've definitely seen moon veils that do more damage. Now, I hope that host doesn't just die. I want him to do some spells. Actually, you're obliging with that. Oh my god, that connection is atrocious. That is an amazing level of desync. Amazing amount of desync. Let me do that. And we're gonna go in there. Did you change your opinion on what you were gonna do? No, you need to buff it up first. Let me explain to you how that weapon works. First you buff it. Okay, there you go. Good boy. Now another. Oh shit. Excuse me. That was an unreasonable amount of magic damage. Okay. Alright, good. Let the regen take its place. We will find him the good old way. Alright, that unfortunately is not working well for us. Please cast your spell. Yeah, this is horrible. Let me get my regen going here again. My buff wore off. So we do want to... I'm gonna die, yeah. The desync was too high. I couldn't do it. I was getting hit before the animations. Oh wow. It was a valiant effort. That was working really good. So yeah, we do have very good options for us. Even with the lag, the madness was working, and we could have won that animation easily if we would have just killed the host, but that wasn't the issue here. We tried to kill the overlevel guy. Unfortunately, I doubt we'll get them again because those guys were not tri-fingered. It was just one phantom. That was an insane amount of lag, though. That's pretty much why we died. I think both of them were really bad. So if it hadn't been for the lag, we would have won the invasion easily. But that guy, the Phantom, because of his lag, everything was a trade. Even if I hit him like 2 seconds early, it was just not good. I think if I would have been a little bit more patient, could have dragged it out and won it, but I fucked up. You know, later on when we break into the DLC, and we get our FP regen talisman, stuff like that will definitely become more winnable. Because it really does turn into like a battle of attrition. Alexander. Dude, everything is dead. So these guys have cleared out the area. Where's your boyfriend, Alexander? Oh, yeah, you're bringing him in. Well, I guess let's let him bring it in. I don't know if we're dealing with, I don't know what we're dealing with here. Okay. This is optimistic, guys. Look at this dude. Black Knight, yeah, Black Knight armor and the shield from the DLC. So there's a good chance this guy is over leveled as hell. So the thing I'm realizing about this this particular build that we're on right now, but you hadn't cleared everything out, is that even though I mean, so we can sneak up on things and yeah. I don't know what that host has. Okay, so they haven't cleared this area out. They go the other way, we'll follow them. Unfortunately, we lost our big advantage here. We need to get to the church. All right, now. Dude, go away. Wow. Alright, let's go and reset. Alright, good. Is there any other enemies here? Hey, there's two of you, one of me. And you're the overleveled cuck. I'd fight you one-on-one straight up. No connection is not that bad. We we've seen worse connections for sure. Let's actually do this. I have a feeling like this guy might walk into it. Plus, you know, it gives us a way of dealing with the shield. That's really cool, dude. You've got a really strong and powerful build. We are chipping at him. Fucking host, man. Let's see, is the sentinel here? I did not notice. We're gonna run out of resources though, unfortunately. No, sentinel is not here. This is the most efficient thing we can do, though. We can regen our... He probably has everything at his disposal. Yeah, look at that. Oh, guys, I'm here for you. To regen. There will be some wandering nobles here. They'll be scared of the nobles. Or maybe the squirt. Maybe the squirt can help out. But we need to be careful with how we distribute, how we spend our resources. I think they didn't see me. Yes! Victory! Ah, that was so nice. know, the connections were actually pretty good to those guys, which was in sharp contrast to the previous invasion. The host was American. I'll block the host for disconnecting. I don't really have an issue with the Phantom. I wish we could have gotten a one-on-one. Phantom was pretty chill for an over-level cuck. Yeah, if we would have had the talisman that regenerates FP, we totally could have won that one. You know, even if it drags out, because they were not healing the poison. So that by itself is like a flask there for each one. I think the Phantom was already down on flasks potentially, and he didn't seem to have healing with him, which is kind of rare for an over-leveled asshole. I think he just spec'd offensive spells. It's a shame we didn't get to kill him. And it shows the level of cowardice he's even at low level. It's incredible. Ah, 50 rune arcs. 50 is a good number. I think we just probably invaded those same guys again. It's very slow tonight. This reminds me actually though. Too late. I want to see, can I use Frenzied Burst? I don't think I can under normal circumstances. But I need to understand the requirement, because it would have been nice to be able to harass those guys from like a distance. So the lightning spear is pretty good, but I think frenzied burst offers a better option. So Nici or Nichi, Nici. Are these guys like outside or inside? I think they're inside the wall. Unfortunately, I think this place is cleared out, so we're probably going to get fucked over here. So I'm not even going to try to stealth here. No, it's not cleared out. Knight is dead. Oh, hello.
Hey!
Licorice. Okay, hold on. Let me do that. Oh, please don't tell me that was my spell that took forever to register. Hey, buddy, where are you? Okay. I can do that game too. Yes. FP. You need FP, buddy. You need to drink your magic. Thank you. Ah, that's a shame. Alright, let's see how many runes we get for that. 10,000. Not bad. Sir?
Hey!
I mean, you were just ganking me with your overleveled cuck. Oh, we are heavy rolling here. Okay, yeah, so this is the heavier weapon, right? This is heavier than the claymore, I think. But these are heaviest weapons. So this is 10. These are all 10. This is 9. Okay. I need to be cognizant of that. It's literally the what do you call it? The seal. The seal weighs 1.5 versus the Dragon Communion one doesn't weigh anything. It's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there. You know, this is supposed to be a dragon build eventually, and we won't be able to use many of these weapons anyways. But it's going to be really interesting when we get there. I mean, realistically, how far are we? Once we make it into Mountaintops of the Giants, we're gonna get access to a few more other, so some sort of shipmaster. This is the 4 Valkyries. It's kind of hard to tell where they are. I think they're up at the top, but we don't really know. Now, here, by the way, I have invaded here before. If you can drag them, these trolls are a little bit sturdier than the other trolls. And because of the glint blades, they can do some serious damage. So like these guys as support are pretty good. As a support option. Oh, and we didn't get everything. Well, let's see. Can I snipe one from here? Might have been able to. if you would have stood still. I don't know if they saw me or what was going on.
Hey!
Okay, here we go with the usual bullshit. Oh, we took care of that guy. Thank you. You basically killed him for me. Heal. I should have been buried. Well, that was definitely too early, but you know, you never know. Good fight. I don't know if I healed on him. Probably just the regen carried us through that. The regen is very powerful. But that is one of the early tiers. Almost anybody can get it. I wonder why those guys were all the way up in the belfries at that level. It's a little bit unusual. I need to switch these two. I definitely want the rapier as opposed to, wow, the damage is going to be crazy on this thing. I think the Ensper eventually will have it as a Bloodhound step option. Right now I have it configured for PvE with the Poisonous Mist. But that's going to be our shitter mode weapon. Rot, Bleed, and Bloodhound Step at low level. Doesn't get better than that. Miyazaki, when he made this game, this is what he envisioned. And we're just making it happen. Whoa. I think my game crashed. It did. Holy crap. I think that's a sign from the gods, guys. Well, you know what's interesting? I did just invade, actually. That's pretty crazy. I have been backing up these saves. Before I've been streaming the last few episodes, I have been backing up the saves. You know, this is something that could happen. It's never actually happened to me in terms of like getting hacked and having like corrupt saves. But I've heard of it happening. So yeah, before you start PvPing, you should definitely back up your saves. So worst case, I mean, we only played for about 40 minutes today before we started messing around with invading. Yeah, I know. The game crashed. It was not under my control. Let's see. Oh, we're here. Alright, let's see if we have better luck this time. Alright, this looks like Sentinel fight. Small Dick. That's a great name, Small Dick. Yeah, he does look like he has a small dick. You know, we were talking about this. Let's actually try it out. I want to see what it's going to do against Mr. Polk over here. Oh, that's saucy. Now, we got to be careful with the Sentinel, because he can't kill us. I get it. Small Venus has died. 83,000 runes. I don't know how many we had. We had probably about 10,000 when we started. Where is the host? Is he fighting him? I certainly can't seem to log on to the host. This dude is going nuts. Is it not possible for me to see the host? Oh, there he is.
Hey!
Oh my god, that connection is atrocious. Thank you.
Hey!
Alright, so that was a very high level phantom that we just killed. Still not max level, but that dude was probably level 400 is just my guess. Because I think he gave us like at least 60 or 70,000 runes. But yeah. This might be a good time to go and buy some explosive belts. With all this loot that we've acquired. And I think I'm gonna call it quits. Let's see if we can get no. Let's get our shit situated. Excuse me, guys.
Ah, how nice, Lise.
There we go. Well, that's worth 104 explosive belts. So we got quite a few now. Yo, you could hang out by this merchant and keep invading until you stock up on all the explosive bolts and regular bolts. I think it's those regular bolts too. The regular ones are good. I like using the regular bolts. If you have a sneak shot and trying to do a headshot, I think they will do more damage than the explosive ones. So they're not completely useless. Alright, this is going to be the last invasion. We will do one more. Because that, I mean, it's really not going to get better than the last one. You know what, guys? I think I'm going to call it quits for tonight. This was a good stream. We died once on the invasions, but you know, it was really kind of a shitty situation there. I think we could have won that fight. I fucked up. There was too much lag. Really, the lag was the issue. Those players are not very good, but I fucked up. So that was disappointing. It looks like we are getting that invasion. I guess we'll play it out. So I think for the next stream, we'll do the Perfumer Grotto. We will try to do okay. I'm hearing low hops. They're probably below us by the sound of it. Yep, they are. Cephalo. Alright, they've started fighting the birds, which means we can go in there. Freya. Dude, what are you shooting that at? Oh! We got absolutely fucked. GG, guys. I did some serious damage. Oh, I mean the meteor staff. The meteor staff. So I don't think I have ever died to that spell. Then again, it's so rare to get hit by it. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's cancel that. That's enough for tonight. That's enough for tonight. Okay. Thanks for everybody that was on tonight. I hope we'll pick back up tomorrow. It was fun. We got a plan. Perfume Grotto, clear out the Urchi Sentinels, maybe beat that Fallen Star Beast. I think we can move the Ronnie's quest forward. I still haven't checked. But no, actually, yeah, no, that was the thing. We needed to get the Celibus thing. So that's far enough along. We don't need the Amber drop. Yeah, just move Ronnie's quest forward. Maybe do some more Volcano Manor. Do the other part over there that I was describing earlier. So we can open that up. So I think those would be good targets for the next stream. We gotta kill Morgoth sometime soon. We have plenty of rune arcs, so yep. I think that's a plan. I don't know if all that will happen on one stream, but whatever. If you like what you're seeing, drop a like,